I'll put it up, is there's a petition that you can sign. It's an open letter to the Environmental Protection Agency, um, urging them to lessen the negative impact of CAFOs. And it will be done by setting stricter emission reduction standards for federal food purchases and by holding CAFOs accountable for their duty in terms of protecting people, the planet, and animals. So after we have this Q&A, there will be a way that you can help and get involved. Yeah.
Also, just want to add to that, I think it's really important to support organizations working at the community level. I think the work that MFA does is fantastic, and there are other kind of national and even global organizations that are working to make the food system more just and sustainable, and to try to alleviate these, to address these problems. But I also think, looking at the organizations working at kind of the local grassroots level is very important. And we profile the work of one of those in the film, which is the North Carolina Environmental Justice Network. It's a Black-led group. They have been involved in this for many years, but I think because of just the kind of systemic racism that's at play in the nonprofit world, they have received far less funding than some of these other larger organizations, the ones that you've heard of, like the Sierra Club or, Environmental Working Group or other kind of big environmental groups. They have sort of taken a lot of the attention, whereas I think there are a lot of these kind of grassroots Black and brown-led organizations that are really driving a lot of the change on this and engaging the communities who are directly impacted in a really, I think, meaningful way. So I highly encourage you all to look them up and to look up other, Black-led or brown-led organizations working on environmental justice issues in your area. There's groups, I'm sure, in New York, there's groups, in the state and across the country that are doing this kind of work, and they really